And where did those 4 weeks go? From our beautiful gîte in the Saint-Nathalie countryside to the vastness of the Dordogne River, to days of canoeing and visiting small streets in tiny villages, 2 Renaissance churches, and then the beautiful gardens. And if it was a hike, it had to be a bear hunt, castles perched on hills, and the odd glass of rosé.
To this week's episode from the sunny Dordogne. We've been here for quite a few weeks now, and these are the first few days where we've had some very warm sunshine. So we're having a fantastic time, and I hope you enjoy this video about our adventures in the Dordogne.
And if you like the video, then please like and subscribe, and see us at the end.
Good morning and welcome to Sarlat. We are sitting in Le Festival Cafe. We've snuck in early morning to have a cheeky coffee, and I had a very large croissant which is gone. And we're sitting in the central market square. We really like Sarlat, and where we are here, we're surrounded by beautiful medieval buildings, quite elegant in nature, so not as rustic as some of the other places. And it's filled with boutique shops, restaurants, cafes, obviously the souvenir shops as well, selling the typical foie gras, etc. And there's a fantastic indoor market as well, so yeah, really like it.
So here we are outside the indoor market, and I have to show you this massive door. So Jean Nouvel, an architect, has transformed the ancient Sainte-Marie church into a market hall with giant metal doors. So here we are coming into the indoor market. So we've got local products, definitely got to show you the noix walnuts. Chateaus. So we're walking through some of the tiny little streets in Sarlat, and this is the circuit of the artists, so lots of little boutiques and art shops around here. And now for a road trip. So our road trip was taking us from Gageac to Domme, Beynac and Castelnaud. And here we are on the banks of the Dordogne, starting our trip in Roque Gageac. Now Roque Gageac is a picturesque village that is wedged between the Dordogne River and towering limestone cliffs, about 10 kilometres from Sarlat. The village is designated as one of France's le plus beau village de France, and is simply a delight. So you can see behind me we've got Roque Gageac, absolutely beautiful. The sun's trying to come through. You can see that this is the Dordogne, and the boat is behind me is a gabar boat, and that's what we're going to be going on. So it was easy to get tickets at this ticket booth, and we paid €18 each.
Got my jacket, my sailing jacket. I needed my sailing jacket obviously because we're going on a boat.
What have you got round your neck then?
It's cricket commentary.
Il y avait pas la téloche, il n'y avait pas de club de rodé, il n'y avait pas les tablettes et tout ça. Moi j'avais ça quand j'étais petit. Pas les tablettes, mais club.
And up above you can see the magnificent Castelnaud chateau. It's got beautiful views over the Dordogne Valley, built in the 12th century and now a museum of war of the Middle Ages. There's also a brilliant walk, 4.6 kilometres just around the town and up into the woods. It's a circular, but it's really good. Mia enjoyed it, and it was also a bear hunt. We're finding a bear.
Yeah. Daddy, come on.
I'm following you.
Come on, Daddy, get me back. Yeah.
Well, the bears are definitely going to be up here, Mia.
Come on, guys. There.
That view. Not too shabby.
Now you'll notice there is a change of weather in this video, as we did this in 2 stages. So here we are off to Domme. That day it was wet. Domme is classified as one of the most beautiful villages of France and occupies a splendid position high above the Dordogne river. The village is lovely, some beautiful shops and restaurants, and the views are a bonus, as is the cave system that sits right underneath the main square. Abby joined us on this day. We had a wonderful day, and Abby took charge of the map reading. Yeah. Yeah.
Everywhere we've gone in this area, we've seen irises as well.
Oh yeah. Much arguments over the route now.
Lovely the way the scenery is framed.
And what better way to end a beautiful day with lunch and wine. And there we had to leave Abby back into the car, and as you can see it's still raining, and off we went to Beynac, a Cazenac. So we've got the sapeur-pompier de la Dordogne below. The training. I imagine that you could have a problem in here. So the village has steeply sloping footpaths leading from the bottom of the village through rows of houses dating from the 15th to the 17th century, where you arrive at the top with a formidable castle. The Chateau de Beynac stands on a remarkable site, crowning a rugged rock face, and from this strategic position it overlooks the beautiful Dordogne valley.
So we are now at the top. Another panoramic view, very pretty, of the river, and you can see the chateau beyond us. We didn't go in because you had to pay, and
that's the Chateau de Beynac. And then back on the road, I'd highly recommend using the Michelin guide for any road trip. So this is Roque St Christophe. It's nestled in the heart of the Dordogne Valley and a remarkable testament to human ingenuity and resilience. It's a majestic limestone cliff rising 80 metres above the Vézère River, home to one of the largest and oldest troglodyte sites in Europe. For thousands of years, these cliffs have sheltered human beings, providing refuge and sustenance. The natural cavities in the rock, formed over millions of years by erosion, were first inhabited around 55,000 years ago by our prehistoric ancestors. Archaeological excavations have uncovered tools, pottery and other artefacts that paint a vivid picture of life in these ancient times. The early inhabitants of Roque St Christophe lived off the land, hunting, gathering and later farming in the fertile valley below. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and Roque St Christophe had evolved into a formidable fortress, and by the 10th century it was transformed into a fortified town, complete with houses, shops and defensive structures. The medieval inhabitants ingeniously adapted the natural rock formations to create a secure and self-sustaining community. And you'll see the remnants of their impressive engineering: stairways carved into the rock, defensive walls and complex water systems. These innovations allowed the residents to withstand sieges and maintain their independence during times of conflict, and there was even a church.
The well winch. This type of winch is used to raise loads such as water or minerals. The loads are hoisted by a spindle worked by two hand cranks. The hoisting action is twofold. When one load rises, the second is lowered, the diablo principle. The water is purified in a cistern filled with gravel and carbon to be subsequently used by the inhabitants. The biggest staircase formed from a single block of stone in Europe. 32 steps allow access to the fifth terrace on which the sites of former catapults have been discovered. Such war machines were used to defend the fortress by hurling rocks and other projectiles on the attackers. You can see a statue of a man with a flat cap.
And we couldn't miss out visiting a chateau. It's all very quiet.
It is a Friday as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a decent day.
Get our tickets from here.
Tickets, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. The Castelnaud castle dominates the Dordogne valley, facing Chateau de Beynac on the other side of the river. Built on a rocky spur, it offers a magnificent panoramic view over the Dordogne valley. And the castle is now a museum of warfare for the Middle Ages. First time. That's a kayak, isn't it?
It is.
Keeps on going.
It does keep on going. It's the castle that keeps on giving. So that's Castelnaud. What do you think?
Right, a very good castle. We'd recommend it.
Definitely.
Very well organised. You can do the tour in English or French. They've given us a separate English guide. You just follow signs to go around so you don't miss anything. Yeah,
amazing, amazing. In the 1960s it was completely derelict, and they've obviously just put a huge amount of effort into recreating that medieval kind of feel. It's been really interesting.
Very good. Worth a visit.
Fantastic views as well.
Yes.
Really nice views.
And of course you couldn't possibly stay in the Dordogne and not take a canoe down the river. So this is the start, which is Vitrac. Canoe loisir. It's €22. Must have around about, we think, 350 canoes here.
So here we are, we're on the Dordogne, finally getting to a canoe. After 5 weeks of being here, really nice. 2.5, 3 hour journey. We're going to go, it's the route of the 5 castles. Teddy's half out.
Where's Teddy? Can't even see.
Over your left shoulder.
Oh yeah, there's Teddy. Oh, Teddy. Teddy.
And we are paddling, but to be honest, I'm not sure we actually need to.
These magnificent cliffs will always remind me of the Dordogne. This is the third bridge. Picnic time. Oh, where did that go? After the 5th bridge, you see a little restaurant on the left, and there you'll find the bus that will take you back to Vintram. We're back on a bus.
We haven't been on a bus since Colombia.
Here we are at the gardens of Eryinac, an hour's walk from our house, a masterpiece of horticultural art nestled in the heart of the Dordogne. These gardens, renowned for their exquisite topiary sculptures, have been lovingly maintained by the same family for over 500 years. You can stroll through perfectly manicured hedges, elegant water features and blooming flower beds that showcase the timeless beauty of French garden design, and enjoy a glass of wine. And you know we love a hike. So these are the signs with the yellow on the top that we've been following. Yeah, these signs is what you look for. Every morning I'm finding more walks around where we're staying. It's fab. I love it. But beyond the walks from the house, we also, and I would highly recommend this, purchased a book of walks called Promenade et Randonnée on Sarlat. We got it from the tourist office in Sarlat. There's around about 20 walks from 4 kilometres right up to about 24 kilometres. Well worth the €14. Hi and welcome back. I hope you liked the video. As you could see, we were in the Dordogne in the month of May and we did get mixed weather. But the good news is there is plenty to do. We were never bored.
We weren't bored, that's for sure. And highlight for me was definitely the kayaking down the Dordogne River and going past the cities or the towns that we'd already seen on foot.
Yeah, and I think for me, I just loved Sarlat. It's a beautiful medieval town, and you could spend all day exploring the little back streets. And we're then moving on to the lot, where I'm sure we'll have an equally busy time.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.